here to tell you the truth. I was just thinking about some studies that I did yesterday around the word Messiah and some of the root words that are related to it. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I'm driving and I just had the insight. One of those words, the root word was about credit and debt, and how when you think about how, unless you're an accountant, and probably at the beginning even of being an accountant, there's some confusion about the words credit and debt, and was that credited to you? Okay, you got to pay back credit. You take out credit, guess what? You got to pay it back. And I see that that's a spiritual thing. The things are not what people think they are. I have a view. I have been in a battle for a long time, and I have experienced things that people think are the opposite of what they actually are. And the thing is, when you take out a credit loan on someone else's blood, which that's certainly pointing at the cross, but it's also like blood, sweat, and tears when somebody puts in an effort, and you are stealing that from them. That's credit. You have to pay back. You owe that. And so, something to really think about. I'll be posting more about that soon. I'm mostly writing because it doesn't seem like anybody's actually interested in what I have to say, and it's all a lot. But I have been posting some main points of my discoveries and the evidence that things are actually as I have experienced them over the last number of years. I was in, it was hard to believe, and I just was heartbroken and in denial for many years, and now I'm starting to see that the Bible actually, when I look at the original language and how the words have contradictory meanings, I can see the truth in it, and I can see that it was either said in a way that was tricky to make people believe things, and there's a lot of that, but it actually has a contradictory meaning that means, the truth actually, and so things are not as they seem, and that narrow path, most people have no freaking clue what that's even about. They have no idea, and they, if you look at the verse, the way, the way actually, the way that word is used is pointing to the wide road to hell, actually. And so he calls himself the way. Well, he was a tester, and that's a very generous way of putting it. I do have a video about all the things. Once you see it, it's hard to, you can't unsee it. The things that he said that are so obviously false and contrary to the law, which, hello, somebody tells you something that's contrary to the law, what do you call them? A false prophet, a deceiver. Check out the video.